All right, let's get back in here today on Get My Go, episode number 92, marching all the way up to number 100. If you didn't know by now, my name is Chad, and every single time we're here on Get My Go, we are joined by a panel of great and good superstars of the Get My Go universe, but this time also joined by a first-time member. We'll touch on how he was first referenced in the Get My Go pantheon. Yeah, well, Poppy is Sherry, yes, but referenced once before in the Get My Go pantheon by myself, but we'll get into that. Of course, we've got Joe Feeney, we've got Mike Durband, and in the bottom left, but if I do this because he is the new guy, we will make him the bottom right for this episode.
No, I can't do it. There it is.
He is Mr. Cav Manning, newest member of Creative Control and the leader of the Lingus Mafia, joining Get My Go for this episode number 92.
Hey now, who would have thought I would have been on this lovely show?
Me.
There you go. Yeah, you said you probably get on here. I'm like, yeah, I'm friends to everybody. Friends
I think.
to everybody.
I don't remember. I know you jumped into the K100 Discord, and immediately everyone's like, here's the spy.
I'm a mole. Yeah.
I don't remember what we started talking about, but it was pretty clear pretty quick that like we enjoy the same old Stern, we enjoy the same kind of comedy, this and that, and it was like, he's a good dude. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So it didn't take long to figure out. Yeah.
It's funny because, obviously I'm friends with many different people, including Billy Body, and it's like I know how to wrangle a little bit at the same time, and I know what you get from whoever you're friends with. You have certain friends in regular life that, God, I have a friend that you could never do anything with. It's always, he can't do shit. So you just accept what each person is. And I've joked with Billy, and he knows 100%. I said, hey, you're a pet scorpion. What do you expect? Don't think I can't believe my scorpion stung me. So, I've felt the wrath of Billy screaming at me for things where, but it's the way you reply to it and be like, oh, go fuck yourself. It's whatever. And the next day it's like it never happened. So you kind of know these things. And then I hear these shows and old Chad, he didn't like me right off the bat. Right. It was the first thing I heard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Here's the first thing I heard was him talking shit. So what do I do instead of, oh yeah, well, fuck you too, right back? I said, I want him to come on and I'm going to talk to him. I want to know why he doesn't like me. Because
wait, time out. First, you got my number through this guy below, Joe Feeney.
But you gave me permission. So
I did.
I'm not sneaking around.
No, you did. So before I came on, you got my number.
Yes. Yeah, and we talked, and it was practically solved over text.
Love at first sight.
It pretty much was. We're both suffering Met fans. That put us immediately. It was okay. We can't, Met on Met violence. You can't have it. So that helped things.
You guys got enough problems.
Yes, exactly. So,
sure.
But I get a lot of the shrapnel over, being buddies with Billy and stuff like that. So it's like, you're going to think right off the bat, anything that Billy thinks or says is got to be what I think. Otherwise I couldn't be friends. And we completely have disagreements on the show about if he doesn't like this or that or certain people, whatever he wants to say. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind, where he's yelling about punk with the sign and this and that, where I'm like, who gives a fuck what he, it turns into all that. But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, people could have different opinions. You can still be buddies with them. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Somebody could be way into Trump. I could fucking not be. And whatever. God bless you. Fucking, and vice versa, all that good stuff. So me and Chad, we talked, and it was like, right away there was there was nothing, fuck off anything. So we got into a groove, and then talking to you, Joe, we got into possibly doing things and getting on the Creative Control Network, which the Lingus Mafia is very happy to be on, and the Wrestlingus Show, which is number 3, as you well know, Joe. And no, it's 3.
Yeah.
Yes. What do I keep going between 4 and 3? Who is it? Get My Go? That's what
Yeah, you're supporting your competition here.
No, I'm going to sabotage this show. Let me show my hairy asshole right on film, and we'll get this going.
It's fascinating and fucked up. But what are we doing today, Mike, Chad? Who's in charge here? Who's running this fucking show?
I'm running the show.
There you
Before
go.
we get into what we're actually going to do, this is just perfect timing. Just before we started the show today, I got an email that my packages have arrived. This is a year in the making. This was February of 2023 that I paid for this, and I started to get this ball rolling. Cav has no idea what I'm talking
February.
about. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, year.
Okay.
Get My Go viewers know that I have been talking about a Conan Major Bendy's figure being released that I financed and I will be selling. And 500 of them just showed up at my doorstep. So I'm doing a live unboxing right now.
Oh boy.
This is the first time I'm seeing them in person, so I'm very nervous.
I think Billy said he actually was the one who suggested this to Conan, and this was his idea. And
No.
yeah, that's what I was told. He sent me a link of that and said it was his idea. I'll try to find.
Is that true, Mike? Is that true?
Conan action figures or Conan Major Bendy's?
I believe it's the Major Bendy's.
Oh, Mike.
Dude, I've been talking about this with Matt Cardona since NWA 74, 2 years ago.
Yeah, Bill. I'm sure Billy. He probably doesn't know much about him because there's not many guys that you can wait outside airports and IHOPs and hotel restrooms. And the hangars, below the bellows of, the Colorado airport. There's not many guys in that set you can wait for. So I don't know how much Billy knows about the Major Bendy's.
I thought this was the Billy show number 12 or something we were doing. We're not doing that?
I'm done. I can't talk about this guy anymore.
There is the people that I know that listen are asking for it. And I said, no, I'm done. And a buddy of mine was like, oh, your boss told you no more, Billy. I'm like, no, I said on the last Billy episode that I've said what there is to say, and that's it.
Look at that.
Complete. If you know your action figures, that is very reminiscent of the old school looking WCW.
Yeah.
What was
like
I forget the set.
Galoob? Was it
late 90s Toy Biz era
90s.
packaging. Very nice. Conan with his NWO Wolfpack attire, looking very nice. He's got the bandana. He's got the underwear sticking out of his pants. He's got Mike. Bring it back up again. Let's see what we got here.
And what's the website?
He's got a little glare. He's got the chains, and he's got the K-Dog across the middle of his chest to replicate what was the NWO logo there. But if I was going to say, if you need to complete your collection, if you're looking for some NWO-related material in your Major Bendy's figure collection, that's the one to get right there.
There's the Mike Durband Productions logo on the front.
Very nice. There it is. Big time.
Look at that. There it is in the back. This is beautiful, man. This is a year in the making. No, more than that. Actually, it seems like there's a little problem. Something was printed backwards.
Conan with one N.
No, I'm sorry.
You're looking at it on the screen and it's flipped.
No. They were installed backwards. Whoever assembled these in China put the card backwards.
I was going to say it came from Poland.
This is how it's supposed to look. Here we go.
Could know that.
There we go. Beautiful.
There he is, the KOGG. Nobody remembers.
You having them signed?
No, I remember it.
Cog. What's that?
Are they going to be signed and like?
So I have 500 figures and I have 100 signed shells, the plastic part. So I'm going to sell 100 autographed ones and then 400 regular versions. So I can't believe it, dude. I never thought this day would happen. Time's running out here, so we're going to get to the video at hand. Cav, real quick, what do you think of these press conferences that WWE and AEW do? Like, what do you think of the people that are there in attendance asking questions?
Well, I like that they do these because it's a lot of material. Whenever I see these kind of things, and it is funny because they drift between the K5 and the real life, which is very odd, and so you don't know when the press. Thank you. The major press down there, Walter Cronkite sitting in the front row. You don't know if they should or will ask a real life question or have to go, this Rhea Ripley is going to be a tough out for you. It's like, well, when they tell me if I'm going to win or not, I know I'll, be able to take her. the people who are asking the questions, it's odd because I don't know if they're doing it with a smile, knowing that this is nonsense, or if they really are like, I'm a reporter and I'm in the pit. I'm doing this, and I really want somebody Clark Kented out with the hat, with the press thing stuck in the hat.
Dude, I was just going to say that. You know who I'm going to, if I get into the post WrestleMania press conference, which is really only a matter of if I decide to consume alcohol during the 7-hour show. I was going to do a look reminiscent of this gentleman right here. Boom. That's it. Burt Sugar. I will do a Burt Sugar cosplay. Yeah. I'm pretty close right now with the hat anyway, but I will have the cigar. I will have the hat, perhaps some sunglasses. I got to do a closer look here. Did he wear a tie? He wore a tie sometimes. Okay.
So Burt Sugar also appeared at a couple old school WWE press conferences and was great because when they did the Mike Tyson tie-in, he completely made a mockery of some of the stuff going on. So
did he?
Yeah,
Burt went back and forth with wrestling.
You'd be great. You'd be great there because this is exactly what it is. It's a mockery. And where the AEW ones are just completely like just a goof, the fact that WWE started to let them in is, to me, the biggest travesty possibly in the history of the business, because and including the fact that went on during, let's just say, the Vince McMahon era, we can call it that now, and before we knew all the stuff we know now about Vince McMahon and what was going on. I can't believe that they let them in. And the fact that these guys, and Cav, what you said, it falls in the middle. They're not asking questions because they think they're reporters. They're not asking questions because they're going to do this on a legitimate platform. They're fans that are working for websites that are posting wrestling angles
or
on
YouTube's.
A daily basis, or YouTube videos that are not reporting really anything except for what somebody who's basically putting the angles together is telling them to report.
Like,
so
I believe
there's
that
nothing news related.
There's some dislike in this circle, square, triangle, whatever it is, for Denise Salcedo. There's an S, right? Denise Salcedo. But I got to tell you, she went to that one AEW press conference and filmed the whole Punk thing from the front row and got like 1.4 million hits. And I'm like, yo, if her channel's monetized, that's a fat, like, that made the trip worth it. Like, good for her, shit, But I know we got to get to the video. I just want to ask you guys real quick, what reporters would you consider legitimate enough to take part in something like this? Obviously, we see people that come from, feminist wrestling websites or this kind or that kind, very left wing and stuff. And you look and you go, well, that's not a serious reporter. Not only, before I get fucking flamed to death, but who would you consider a serious reporter that belongs at a post WrestleMania press conference or an AEW Double or Nothing or whatever?
Chris Van Vliet.
I would just have to, you say Chris Van Vliet. I'd start with Mike Johnson.
Quickly, the answer to the question is 0. They should not have any of these press conferences after the shows. They can have a phone call presser on Monday morning when the executives are back in their offices, and they can control the environment with a guy who's channeling the calls like they do for these ridiculous press calls that they do prior to the smaller premium live events. Not one of these people should be in a capacity to be allowed back into some sort of press conference area after a show is over and have any kind of exposure where they're laughing and taking no seriousness to anything that just went on outside. Not one person should be allowed to ask a question or be backstage in a press conference capacity. So the answer is 0.
All right, Chad, throw that up.
Oh, I will. I'm about to with all the stuff I'm hearing.
All right. So luckily I edited this down to about 6 or 7 minutes. It's just the press questions. Yeah.
The San Jose girl. There you go.
First of all, a lot of these guys are never this close to a woman. So they're right off the bat, they're all giddy and happy because they've got a girl who's dressed up in front of them. So that's one of the things they're all laughing and they're all giddy because now they've got access to a girl.
Bailey, welcome. We'll open it up to our media with the first question right here in the front row.
Hi, Bailey. Congratulations.
Thank
Ricky
you.
Uccino, CageSideSeats.com.
Congratulations.
We talked just 2 weeks ago, and you talked about how standing up on the turnbuckle, pointing at the sign, getting the pyro going off was the stuff that you dreamed of. You were excited to feel that. When it finally happened, it looked like you were really soaking in every moment that you could there. Did it feel like you always thought it would?
What a dork.
Well, he wants to let them know that he talked to her earlier as well. Like his old cat.
Because they had a connection.
Hey, Pam.
Because in his world, they had a connection, and she remembers every minute of the conversation. Look at this guy. Look at this dweeb. Okay,
it's all right.
That's the problem I got. That's the problem I got with the whole group of them. And you're going to see a wide shot later on, dude. None of them dress up nice. Like you're at a press conference, you're representing yourself, your whatever website you claim to be associated with.
I will wear.
You got
a suit.
Nick Houseman right there. Look at Nick Houseman. I mean, this guy's wearing his plaid shirt as usual.
I couldn't tell you who Nick Houseman was if I fucking bumped into him. I can't wait to see Joe Sugar dressed up at the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, luckily there are some ladies there, and the ladies took the time. They got dressed up in a nice outfit. They put makeup on. They look presentable. This guy looks like a fucking slob.
Well, I'm sure I'd be all in Bear's outfit. I can't really talk.
Yeah.
Congrats on the win, Bailey Graham.
Congrats on the win.
Congrats on the win.
Like, congrats on the win.
Hold on,
They
Chad.
gave her the win. You could say, hey, you earned it because they gave it to you. She did put in work to get to a spot.
But congratulations on what? On what?
That they gave her the win.
Yeah, that's
thing,
where
man.
the line's blurred or whatever.
Hey, Bailey, Denise Salcedo, and
Oh my god. I mean,
Is she the one with Sap?
yes.
Okay, I've seen her on like a video before with him.
Yeah.
All right.
Cav, do you notice that gentleman over? Actually, he's behind Denise, like right behind her shoulder. Do you recognize him?
No, the gray shirt guy?
No, the guy with the hat
Oh, the
on,
green.
black shirt. Do you recognize him?
And the goofy goat.
No, he looks like he's, gonna
Look at his
pull something
undershirt. Look at his undershirt. Maybe that will help you.
His bright green, his neon green.
That guy is the so-called green shirt guy, and he's in the front row of every show.
I have never heard of green shirt guy. I know all the other, these names.
Brock Lesnar guy.
Yes, know all those, and the Superman guy and the white jacket guy, all that shit. I've never heard of green shirt guy.
Well, now you're going to see him on every show. He's in the front row.
He
of
is
every show.
and both companies.
But here's Denise Salcedo.
so in the Women's Royal Rumble, we saw a lot of surprises, including Naomi. We also saw Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill. I wanted to get your thoughts on seeing them in the Rumble.
Boy, very buoyant and
Yeah, man. Enunciation was on point.
yes, she is making sure she is. I'm presenting myself and I am speaking to everybody.
She's going to work. I know she's done things. I think I've seen her on pre-shows. She's going to work for them. That's all there is to it,
No, I don't think so, because like it would have been done already. Like they would have hired already.
I could see it though, Joe.
Maybe they're waiting. You give her another year, get some more season in or something like that.
I think
don't
she
know.
has more chance with AEW because she's like best friends with one of Billy's friends, Will Washington. Oh, okay, Chad.
Oh, Jesus
Here we go,
Christ
Chad.
almighty.
This is-
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
Oh, Chad, he's the nicest guy in the world, man.
Oh, shut up, Joe.
You guys know who these people are.
we got to
Jesus
preface this
Christ.
one. We got to preface this one by saying that Joe likes this guy.
I love the D'Angelo brothers. They're great guys.
There's two of them?
Yeah, Dom and Marcus, I believe.
This guy works for Conrad's ad-free shows. He hosts what does he do? RVD show. What
He did
else?
he does RVDs, and he took over Rumors and Innuendo for Nick Houseman because he got. I don't think that's ever been public what happened there, but he's gone after the Jericho thing, and now Dom has his spot with that Carpriellis guy.
Preshows.com.
True life.
Congratulations on the win. And
Wow. Here. Hey.
Hold on.
Hey, Bailey. Hey, Bailey, I just need to ask you a question. How you doing, Bailey? How are you tonight? Hi.
Everything open has to be a complimentary congratulations. You have to get in
I
first.
guess so, yeah.
To get friends, right?
Let's hear Douchey McGee. Let's hear what he's got to say.
You got to realize when you go to these shows, you should know you're going to be on like high definition 4K television, right? This guy didn't even take the time to trim his fucking eyebrows.
congratulations on the win. And
Look at that fucking long eyebrow
one that's
coming
hanging.
out.
I see the one. Yeah, it appears like he did the left one, but not the right. Is that maybe?
I mean, dude.
One astray. Maybe he just rubbed his eyes. We give him the
And
benefit.
he's always got this look on his face like he's got like a butt plug up his asshole, and he's just so
He's amused.
fucking happy to be there.
He's amused by a lot. Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
Yes.
it's kind of neat that Cody won the men's battle royal because I wanted to get your thoughts on Dusty Rhodes, his dad, and what his influence on
Wow.
you. And so
Let's
it's kind of
get
like
your
a full
thoughts
circle
on
moment.
Dusty.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
and then the swallow at the end. Like
Wow.
the swallow.
Hey, Bailey. Let's talk about Dusty Rhodes. Let's talk to you about Dusty. Hey, aren't you so happy you won the match? Aren't you so happy for Cody? Isn't that so awesome?
Isn't it nice?
Now, Chad,
Let's
come on.
talk about it. Joe, let me finish my statement.
supposed to
Joe,
be,
I'm so happy for you too. Joe, let's talk about Conan. Come on, Joe. This
isn't supposed to be a hater show. We're supposed to call it right down the middle.
No,
Daddy.
Joe, come on. Joe, look, I smile with everything I say. Joe, come on. Let Joe.
You need a happy guy every now and then.
RVD. Come on. I do RVD's show, Joe. Joe, I'm just going to smile. I'm just going to smile and shake my head. Come on.
Do you have a lot of
coffee? If you watch
today?
any show this guy's on, like when the other guy's talking, he has that same dumb look on his face. Like he smiles the entire time.
He managed to fool the fattest fucking influential idiot in the business right now. Somehow. Jesus. And you know what? He managed to do it pretty well. And he got a show with RVD. And hey, Rob, I'm going to ask you a question and I'm just going to listen.
All right, so now we're going to get a view of the entire crowd. There's another of Chad's friends right there in the red sport coat.
Is that guy waving in the front row, or is he holding up a phone? No, he's waving.
They're all waving. They're waving to Cody. Because that's what you do. That's what reporters do.
This is why I'll have a problem getting a question in, because there's no way I'm going to cram in there like a sardine with these people. I'm going to be standing in the back with a cocktail, you know.
Hi, Cody. Nick Hausman, House of Wrestling.
You always introduce yourself like I don't know you.
I'm not.
It's not for us, right? It's for the...
This fucking
well,
guy,
they tell us to say it, but yeah.
He's going to blush, ain't he? He's going to blush.
I got it.
I'm not special, Cody.
Nick Hausman, everybody.
Thank you, Cody. There was a real dark cloud over this weekend following the allegations against Vince McMahon.
This guy's here for one reason, to get himself over and to bring attention to himself.
What is his biggest crime? The Jericho thing? Is that why everybody has shit on him?
That was a turning point, I guess. Yeah, that was a turning point.
Is his reporting always wrong? Is he one of these, or?
No, I don't think so, actually.
It's just basically the Jericho story that really had...
Jericho story, and then like a general smugness, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very smug. He's a white knight, you know, total
it's he has to defend. Snowflake. Like if we said Bailey needs to lose a couple pounds, he would he would be, you know, cursing.
Yeah, that's not right.
You've talked about how Vince met with you personally to bring you into the company. I just wanted to get your reaction to the report, and as someone who served as an executive within the industry, what changes do you think should be made across the board to prevent situations like this from happening again?
It's a real question.
It's a real question, putting someone on the spot that's like, you got to answer for the nightmare that just happened in this company.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not a very cupcake. Wow, when you pointed to the sign out there.
Well, I don't take umbrage with the question. I take umbrage with the person asking it because I question their motives. Yeah. That's all. You know?
He waited. He didn't ask Bailey about it.
And then if you
Chad, hold on, Chad.
Ask.
Chad, it's funny you mentioned that, because he said on some other show that he would have asked Bailey. He specifically said Bailey. He would have asked Bailey that question if he didn't get to ask Cody it.
Two things.
I mean,
one,
what the fuck is Bailey going to say? What is Bailey going to say to that? You know,
right? If you look down the line on the last conference call, I think he asked Shawn Michaels about a rumor from 1988 where Brutus said Shawn and Marty drugged some chicks or something. 1988, dude.
Yeah.
And apparently Brutus had already recanted it. And Nick's, I mean, what is that? Sure, I guess it's a legitimate question. But what are you asking about it on the NXT what do they call them? Premium event show. And then the other thing was the White Knight thing. Someone did send me a tweet where he's like, someone was criticizing him, and he's like, I just want to make wrestling better for the fans and for the workers. Like, so he's really White Knight, and it's all on his shoulders, baby. He's going to clean it all up.
Okay, Chad.
Oh, that's who it is. Oh, my God.
You wear a bathrobe?
This guy, I found out this guy actually follows me on Twitter. And it's funny because I haven't decided to go all in on him yet on Twitter. But every time he tweets something, it's so douchey that I'm like, I'm just lying in the weeds, you know, like it's coming.
I truly can't believe you guys even know these people.
I know him from, you know, listening to Castrating the Marks and editing those videos. You know,
I mean, I know him because we got to do this for here. I gotta have it for Eyes Up Here. I mean, I know him for that. But when you see this guy's douchiness in action, and you know, I sent in a clip to Castrating the Marks it's funny. I also sent it, you know, to our little group chat, but I actually thought the clip was better for them because they knocked it out of the park This douche nozzle went on a Survivor Series. Oh no, excuse me. It was the Shawn Michaels call that Joe just referenced, with his kid next to him in the background, wearing a Survivor Series hoodie with his hair all messed up in his living room to ask a question to Shawn Michaels. Then tweeted the video out saying he can't believe that Shawn Michaels acknowledged like his kids were with him. It was an
Did he do the click sign for him? Did he too sweet him?
He basically it did everything but that. But again, that's going back to what we said earlier, the extent of how these guys should not be allowed to be backstage in this capacity. That's all they want is to be acknowledged with his kid was in. Dude, he literally was angling the camera to be like, and Shawn Michaels was like, oh, got kid there, huh? Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Just me with my kid and Survivor Series hoodie and my hair all messed up. I'm crazy. Look at my red jacket I have on here. Another one of these douchebags. Let's see it. Let's see what this idiot has to say.
All right. Let's go to a nicer question, maybe. The line, finish the story. Can you officially say that you're going to challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia?
Well, Tony, I have a question for you. I might be 5 years younger than you, but look 20 years older. I have a red jacket on. You wore red tights.
Sweater. It's a Mr. Rogers. Dude, it's a Mr. Rogers sweater. Look at it.
It is. It's a sweater over. Yeah, it's that open button-up sweater.
I hate it.
And then, dude, look behind him. You got Van Vliet. You got Chris Van Vliet, a handsome
and Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, and DDP.
Oh, he's there. What the fuck? What the fuck is he in the conference?
Man, Van Vliet has perfected the 5 o'clock shadow. Look at that. Yeah. That is right on point.
He's trying to get a little Garoppolo look to him.
I feel like everyone knew that.
Well,
right?
I don't know. You didn't say the line.
Well, no. So
didn't say the line. Like they supposed to say it in the fucking ring. What are you talking about?
Why does his voice sound like that? Does he have helium like built into his testicles? Like, how does somebody's voice, when you're an adult without some sort of weird affliction, get to be sounding like this? I mean, like that is like a literal stereotypical nerd voice.
Just
like put a pocket protector in his little sweater.
It was announced this week that WWE will be moving to Netflix, part of the programming in 2025. What's your reaction to that deal, and how will this change sports entertainment?
What's your reaction? Fuck the $1 zillion. I'm
good. It's good.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. Fuck.
Well, listen, Bimbo, I'm going to answer your question here in a minute, but I got to ask. What the hell's with those eyes? Why are you looking at me like that? I want the old Triple H to come back to this press conference, like 2004, 2005 Triple H, to sit in this press conference and just to get what he's thinking in his brain, like broadcast to this group. They would all cry. They'd go look for their safe space or their therapy dogs, and they'd all cry because this guy. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I just
stop your thoughts. We're going to the next one.
All right, I'm ending on that guy if that's the case, and then I gotta go.
All right, Chad. This is another of your buddies. This is another guy that works. Does he work for Conrad?
Oh, is this Sean Alba?
Yeah, it's Sean Alba.
Another
friend of Joe. Joe's friends with all these guys, man.
Everybody except
John Alba, Fightful. Speaking of the business side of things, it was about a year ago. The WWE Board of Directors unanimously opposed Vince's return to the company as a.
Well, time out, Chad. Time out. He's presenting himself well. He's got his jacket, the hair. You know what? Tell me what's wrong here.
He's a two-time Emmy Award winner, as he told your co-host, with whom he greatly disrespected publicly, might I add,
who did he disrespect?
multiple times. Yes. Continue.
Executive chair due to the ongoing investigations at the time before ultimately voting him back into power. You, Stephanie, Nick Khan, you were part of that. What degree of knowledge of the current accusations against him did you guys have at the time, and how does the situation affect WWE's relationship with partners going forward?
I'm my father-in-law.
What's he going to say, dude? Yeah.
The fuck am I supposed to do?
Now, again, the question, necessary, but you know what answer you're going to get too.
This is a press conference for the Royal Rumble.
But you got to remember didn't that drop that day or something like that, or the day before?
The weekend. I think it might have been even Friday. But that's the thing. If you want to be Mr. quote unquote reporter, and you are fucked either way, because you have to ask this question, otherwise you're not a real reporter. And if you don't, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You just asked about winning a fake, match, and the biggest news in the wrestling world has just fallen on everybody's head, and you're not asking anybody about this, even though you know the answer is going to be, I can't talk about this.
Alba's question wasn't bad. I'll give him that. He presented well. He managed to get to it without his voice weakening and for air like he usually does.
Yeah, dude, if you listen to John Alba on any show that he's on, he'll speak normal, and then all of a sudden at the end of every sentence, he sounds like he's going to fucking pass out or lose consciousness.
Yeah, he trails off like this.
He trails off, then he gets vocal fry. Then he gets
I could be
fry.
incorrect. I don't think he technically works for Ad Free. I think him and Eric, I don't know if it's separate or what, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think John works for them.
I think he's freelance because he's always begging for work all the time. Wherever he's tweeting, begging for work.
He put out a tweet about a month ago, begging for a job. Like,
what do you win Emmys for?
But he left.
Cav, you should know of anybody. He's on SNY.
Now he's with SNY. Yes, he's with SNY now. But he left his job working for a network to pursue his dreams of wrestling, because at the time he was getting requests for booking left and right. So he was like, "Well, I'm just gonna get out of here and I'm gonna go pursue wrestling because I'm so over and I'm so this and I'm so that." The Chadster has to wrap it up because he has to go. Are we finishing up completely, or are you gonna wrap it up?
No, we have to end it, right?
Yeah, because I got to hit the end button, or this thing's going to go on.
Well,
if you wanted
to do more, I could set up a link, but that's up to the.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be great, because I do have to end this. Okay, all right. Well,
Chad, go ahead and give us a plug.
Let me say goodbye. Listen,
say goodbye, Chad.
If you want to follow us for Eyes Up Here, you can go to YouTube, check out Eyes Up Here, type in ECW Diva Francine, type in Eyes Up Here with Francine. Check out all the new content we have coming. Get the member tier, exclusive YouTube videos, and breaking news, lives, everything we got going over there. But the big one, iHeartRadio, every single Tuesday, brand new episodes, Eyes Up Here, exclusively with the iHeartRadio network. Myself and the Queen of Extreme doing it the only way we can. And if you want to follow me, it's at Chad, IANB, for the guy down in the bottom right.
I was going to fucking call you on it. Good job.
And ibexclusives.com. But that's enough out of me. The Chadster will catch you on the flip side.
All right. Thank you, Chad. Joe, where can we find you?
So at JFFEENEY3RD, all the Creative Control Network stuff at the CC Network 1 on Twitter. As Mike mentioned, some shows have been at it, including the Wrestlingus show. Get My Go's whole archives are on there now. Also, the Aussie Guys United States of Australia has moved over. And his archives are there too. And check me out on K100 all through the week. And check me out on The Raven Effect with Raven and Rich Bikini every Monday. And that's about it.
All right. Our guest of honor, Cav. Yeah, I was going to say Chad again. Cav, give us all your information, please.
Yeah. Now we are on the Creative Control Network. So if you just type in the 3 words, Wrestlingus Show, we changed the way it was spelled because no one could spell it and no one knew how to pronounce it. They called it Wrestling Us when it was together. I'm like, fuck. So patreon.com also, patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. You get all of my stuff, bonus shows, no commercials, all that's there. Including we do this special it was called the 34 Days of Lingus because there was 34 WrestleManias at the time. And every single day we reviewed each one. Some are 15 minutes, some are 20. It depended. And we reviewed each one of them. And every day there was a new show that came out, they were really good because they were a lot of humor stuff. And Fausti would tell us who's dead from that show all the way through every time we went. And so that's all there. And actually, we were going to give a taste of that leading up to Mania on the Creative Control Network. The first 5 will be on there closer to Mania. So they can get a taste. And if they like it, they can go into our archives on the Patreon. We're at Lingus Mafia on X and TikTok. TikTok is fantastic. We got a lot of views for one where I said, who does Zoe Stark look like? And it was Chris Kattan. And then we put them side to side and they looked exactly fucking alike. So that's all there. Yeah, just check us out mostly on the Creative Control Network. Look for Lingus, Wrestlingus Show.
You can follow me on Twitter at Mike Durband, at Get My Go Show, at Conan Bendy. That's Bendie. Get the new. It's brand new. It's hot off the presses. The Conan Major Bendy's figure. Look at that thing, dude.
That's nice.
That is beautiful, man. The silver earrings and the cross.
Got the tattoos on point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. The 5 o'clock shadow. This looks great. I'm so pleased with the way this came out. You can go to MikeDurband.com. That's where you can get these. And I will have autograph versions also. There's 100 autograph versions. Me and Conan spent a evening chilling in the cut. We had Giordano's pizza and Gatorade. That's what we drank. Conan was very much in Iran. We had a great night. And he signed 100 of the cases for these Bendy's figures. So please check out MikeDurband.com. All right, bye for now.
MikeDurband.com. You can get the WCW-esque Conan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Conan might be Bendy of the year right now.
I really told you. Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durband Productions exclusive. The Conan, I was the most impressed with Conan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
And I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo, hold on, let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durband Productions, K-Dog. Look at that, listen to K-Dog, keeping it 100, logo on the back, MikeDurband.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the year. Go get it.